everyone. Welcome to iExamB. The PFRDA Grade A exam dates are out, and in this video I'm going to talk about how you can prepare for the Companies Act in 1 week's time. Yesterday we did a video to help you understand the pension sector syllabus and how to prepare for that, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the Companies Act. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we'll keep coming with videos for important questions, important topics from the entire syllabus of paper 2 that will be helpful for your exam of PFRDA 2022. So exam dates have been announced. So you have around 1 month and 10 days, and phase 2 exam will be held on the 4th of December 2022. The registration window for the exam is still open. It will remain open till the 7th of October. So if you have still not registered for the exam and you are eligible, then please don't delay it further. So let's get into talking about the Companies Act. Paper 2 syllabus consists of 7 papers. Yesterday, as I told you, we were discussing about the pension sector, and today I'm talking about the Companies Act. If in detail we look at the Companies Act, it's a very small syllabus and a very nicely selected syllabus from the Companies Act that the PFRDA has selected. These chapters relate to important topics like the prospectus and allotment of securities, the share capital and debentures, declaration and payment of dividends, audit and auditors, appointment on qualification of related to directors, meetings of the boards and what are the powers of the board, and NCLT and NCLAT structure. So these 7 chapters are included in your Companies Act. If I talk about what really Companies Act is, basically it is the act that is giving the entire summary or points related to a company's life, right? Starting from right from the incorporation, which you can say it's like the birth of the company, till the dissolution of the company, which is like the death of the company. So the entire lifetime of the company, what rules, regulations they should be following, how they should be incorporated, what their responsibilities should be of the companies, of the key people, of the directors, and how it can be dissolved if required is given in the Companies Act. And the purpose of the Companies Act is to ensure good behavior on the parts of the businesses, and also that there is an ease of doing business in India. And the one very important part that also becomes a part of the Companies Act is protecting the interests of the stakeholders and ensuring good corporate governance. So these are the purpose or the objectives by which a very comprehensive act was formed. Initially it was in 1956 and it was revised. If I have to further understand the syllabus that has been provided, you can categorize into 3 aspects. The first 3 chapters that are there in your syllabus related to prospectus, share capital and debentures, and the declaration of dividend is actually focusing around raising of money and sharing of the returns with the stakeholders. So how companies actually can get money and in what formats, and then how do they share the profitability in the form of dividend with the shareholders. The other 3 chapters of audit and auditors, appointment and qualification of directors, and the meeting of the boards and its powers are focused on ensuring good corporate governance. So these chapters help you to understand the good corporate governance. And the last chapter, chapter 27, related to NCLT and NCLAT, is basically talking about the legal framework for the companies that exist. So very nicely you can actually divide the syllabus into 3 aspects, which will help you to understand and approach when you are studying this Companies Act. Now, how you can do it in 1 week? The best way and the best strategy is to divide the chapters that can be covered in a day. So 4 days you can spend in covering these. These are only 7 chapters. A lot of factual information is also there, and conceptual. Conceptual is in understanding the terms, related to them. For example, what does a prospectus mean? Why is it useful? And then factual information in remembering the certain timelines and sections that are relevant for this. So the first day you can spend on having an introduction related to Companies Act. I recommend people going through the even chapter 2 certain points, because there are certain key words that one should understand. For example, the memorandum of association, the articles of association. So there are certain key words and terminologies that one should be aware of, and the second and the first chapter can help you do that. So the introduction helps in that aspect, and then move on to study chapter 3 related to the prospectus and allotment. Here, understanding the various kinds of prospectus, what information goes into it, and what are the timelines of issuing and registering of that prospectus is important to understand. Then allotment rules should also be covered here. Your chapter 4 and chapter 27 can be done together. Chapter 24 will require a lot more of your attention, because here there are some conceptual aspects like understanding the difference between shares and capital, the different forms of shares that can be there. There can be preference shares, there can be equity shares, there can be DVRs, there can be sweat equity, right? So all these terminologies one should pay attention to be understanding. And chapter 27 is more factual, where you have to understand the structure of NCLAT and NCLT overall, who are the part, how they are constituted, and the timelines in taking decisions. Chapter 8 is a very simple, smallest chapter for you, talking about dividend. Here you have to remember factual information, especially the timelines are very important in this particular chapter. The timelines are very important to remember, and usually a question around that is asked. Chapter 10 is again a very important chapter related to audit and auditors. Again, the appointment of auditors is something very important, and the qualifications or disqualifications related to the auditors is very important aspects that you should be spending time on. The other two chapters, the last 4th day, will be a heavy day for you, because here 2 chapters, one related to the board, and then the meetings of the board have to be kept in mind. Again, how the board has to be constituted, when the meetings should be held, how many minimum meetings, what are the quorum and qualifications related to it, are important aspects to be covered. This chapter is relatively more important as compared to this aspect, so more time should be spent here. So these 4 days should be spent to cover your 7 chapters given in the Companies Act syllabus. The remaining next 2 days should be spent in doing the revision of all these chapters in form of your summary notes and tests, and then you can attempt and check that revision through various formats of tests like the chapter test, section test, or mock test. So how you can approach this now is, the first step could be about reading. In iExamB, we provide very comprehensive notes that have been updated, keeping in mind all the latest amendments also. If you go and read from the bare acts, you will have to collate the amendments also at one place for yourself. So here we summarize, we use infographics and charts and graphs to also summarize data to help you remember and increase your recall value. So you can go, as a first step, I recommend to read these notes and keep highlighting the important points. The next step will be falling into categories of clearing your doubts. Now, some people may prefer listening to reading, so they may interchange these steps, but basically here you can do it in through formats. One is recorded videos and live sessions. So recorded videos, why I'm saying, because many times while reading certain statements, you may still be getting confused, so hearing it may be helpful. So we have the entire syllabus also in pre-recorded formats of videos, which are short videos on an average of 10 to 11 minutes, which are followed by a conceptual test. So the stake test you can do simple short questions which quickly help you to revise and also check whether you've understood the topic or not. The other format can be the live sessions. We also do regularly live classes If you are a member of the course, there is a section of join live classes, and you also get the recordings of these classes where you can talk to the faculty face to face and discuss your doubts or clarify your doubts if any. The next step can be the highlighting and making of your notes. While this can also be done simultaneously, because the PDFs at iExamB are downloadable, so you can download them and make your highlighting or important aspects. Also, if while watching videos you want to make certain note, you can use this facility of making the notes right there below the video, and later on you can visit to note and read these notes whenever you want to come back. So keep doing that. Make your summary notes also. We also provide you a summary of all the important aspects from different sections. This helps you to revise the section numbers and also recap all the important points that you should have noted from that particular section. You can make such notes yourself, what helps you to remember in the best manner. Last step should be the revision and practice test. These practice tests can be done at a chapter level. They can be done at a section level, which consists of all the 7 chapters that are included in the Companies Act syllabus. So you can do section test, and of course there are also full length practice tests or mock tests available, which will consist of all the other subjects also, like accounts, commerce, costing, etc. If you are not enrolled, you can also practice mock tests for free. They are 100% free at iExamB's website, right? So you will find a lot of mock tests. So this is just a glimpse. There are many more. If you will visit, you will also find the previous year questions. So you can see the type of questions that have come from the Companies Act in the last year in PFRDA exam. If you have any other query, I will be available today, Saturday at 6 p.m. To answer any kind of queries or how and why you can prepare for PFRDA. If you have such queries and if you want any other further guidance, you can register for this e-seminar. The link you will find in the description box. So thank you everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you are updated about all the upcoming videos related to your preparation for PFRDA. The exam dates are already out. The registration window is still open. So don't forget to do everything on time. All the best. Wishing you all the best.